This chapter is describing the creation by Brahma of the Kumaras as well as other types of creation. Here the description is given: Chaturhotram Karmatantram. Chaturhotram, 4 kinds of paraphernalia for performing sacrifice. As we study in the Bhagavad Gita, sacrifice is the basic principle for purification of our existence. Yajnarthat karmanaha anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Because we have desire for enjoying in this world, our activities are contaminated. Contaminated by what? By the reactions of our own activities, which is the cause of bondage. So in order to become free from bondage, Bhagavad Gita recommends perform work as yajna. Now how should work be done as yajna is being described here. Chaturhotram. There are 4 kinds of paraphernalia for performing sacrifice. And they were manifest by Brahma at the beginning of creation. What are the 4 kinds of paraphernalia? The performer or the chanter, the offerer. Whenever there is a fire sacrifice, there is a person who actually performs the sacrifice. Here the performer is described as the one who chants the mantras. There has to be mantra chanting. The specific mantras for the specific sacrifice to be offered. Then the offerer, the person who is offering into the fire the different ingredients of the sacrifice. Then the fire itself. Fire, sacrificial fire, is of different kinds. That will be explained later. The fire is supposed to consume whatever is offered, and fire is also considered to be the one which transports whatever is offered to the destination. Just like you send one courier, you go and give it to some office, or somebody collects from the office, somebody comes and collects from you. But there is arrangement for that to be delivered to the destination. Similarly, whatever is offered in the fire, Agni, depending on the destination, a particular type of fire will be necessary for a particular type of destination. So, therefore, there are different kinds of fire. Then the action performed in terms of the supplementary Vedas. Karma Tantram, the religious activities in terms of the 4 social orders and the 4 spiritual orders. 4 social orders are based on the 4 kinds of divisions based on the occupational activity. The Brahmanas have one type of occupational activity, and the Kshatriyas have a different kind of activity, the Vaishyas and Shudras similarly. And then there is the four kinds of spiritual orders. Because human life is meant for spiritual advancement. Therefore, there has to be spiritual activity or spiritual actions. So what are the spiritual actions? Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. That will be explained in the next few verses. What are the four different divisions of this occupational activity and spiritual activity. Then the four principles of religiosity itself. Dharma is not some sectarian or mental concoction, speculation. Dharma is based on solid principles of religiosity. They are described, already this was discussed in the first canto, 17th chapter. Truth, austerity, mercy and cleanliness are the four pillars of Dharma. Dharma stands on these four pillars. That means whatever be the specific religious system somebody may follow, according to time, place, circumstances, there may be some differences in the rituals or in the observance of the religious system. But these four pillars of Dharma are common for every religious system. That means the religious system teaches people to be truthful. Truthfulness is necessary if somebody wants to progress towards the ultimate goal of life by following the religious principles. Austerity means voluntarily accepting some inconvenience for the body and mind in order to progress spiritually. Just like we observe Ekadashi Vrata. Or we observe the principle of what are the other principles connected with austerity? What are all described as austerity in the Bhagavad Gita? 17th chapter. Austerity of the body, austerity of the mind, austerity of speech. It's all tapa, tapasya. Deva Dvija Guru Prajna Pujanam. That's the austerity of the body, no? Read that verse. Pujanam, Shaucham, Arjavam, Brahmacharyam, Ahimsacha, Shariram, Tapauchate. So the austerity of the body consists of worship of the Supreme Lord, and then Brahmanas, spiritual master, and respectable superiors like father and mother. Then Shaucham, cleanliness. Of course, here cleanliness is given as a separate principle of Dharma, but still cleanliness as austerity of the body, maintaining the body clean, internally and externally. Because inside what is there? There is a subtle body. Externally what is there is a gross body. So both the gross body and the subtle body has to be maintained clean. So gross body cleanliness, we all know. We have to take bath, we have to wear clean clothes, we have to keep our surroundings clean. But the internal cleanliness, cleaning the subtle body, is possible only by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is the way to cleanse the inside body or internal cleanliness. So, like this, there are austerities of body, austerities of speech, and austerities of the mind. Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. Because we perform activities in three ways. We perform activity with the body, perform activity through speech, perform activity through the mind. This is unknown to the modern civilization. People think activity means simply activity through the body. But there is action through speech, action through the mind. How is that? How can we consider action? Something spoken is action. What is the practical way of understanding this? When I speak something, I am acting in a particular way. Simple. I can speak and give some instruction because if somebody will do something, isn't it? Or I speak something and it hurts somebody's mind and they come to slap me. You called me by bad name, bad words, hit somebody. So there is action through speech also. Action through speech. Then there is action through the mind. If I think bad about somebody, then my consequent speech as well as physical activity will also be bad towards that person. Is it not? So, action through the mind also. So, the austerity also accordingly is based on austerity of the body, austerity of the speech, austerity of the mind. So all these are described in the principles of religiosity. Truth, austerity, mercy. Mercy is a very, very, very basic principle of religion. All religions you find this principle of compassion or mercy. Jesus Christ, they show him crucified on the cross. Why? Out of compassion for his followers. He agreed. He accepted. So much of suffering or pain, so much of pain, he accepted. There was one devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vasudeva Datta. He went one day to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, I cannot tolerate seeing the suffering of the living entities because of their past sinful activities. So they are entangled in so many sinful ways and they keep on suffering. So he requested, kindly let me suffer all their sinful reactions and they be delivered so that they don't have to suffer. So this is the mercy of the devotee towards the suffering souls. That is the same principle by which even the spiritual master, when he initiates a disciple, what does he do? He takes away all the sinful reactions, all the karma from the past. Everything is cleansed away. What is the idea? Now no more sinning. So that is why we take vows at the time of Diksha. What are the vows we take? Particularly chanting Hare Krishna and avoiding the 4 pillars of sinful life. 4 pillars of sinful life. To begin with, at least we must avoid the 4 principal sinful activities. Meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. So that is because the spiritual master purifies the disciple of all sinful reactions. Same principle. It is the mercy of the spiritual master. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very pleased with Vasudeva Datta. He embraced him and said, you don't have to suffer. Just by your desire that all living entities who are suffering be delivered, they'll be delivered. Because Krishna is supremely powerful. Krishna can nullify anybody's sinful reactions immediately, instantly. It's like blazing fire. Whatever impurity, contamination, whatever rubbish you put in the blazing fire, it will be burned to ashes instantaneously. That's the meaning of blazing fire. So similarly, when Krishna has to deliver somebody, Krishna will completely nullify, burn to ashes all sinful reactions. How does he do it? Many ways Krishna can do it. One of the ways is enlightening with transcendental knowledge. 4th chapter it is described. When transcendental knowledge is awakened, one of the effects of that is that all sinful reactions are burnt away to ashes. Yathedhamsi samidhognir bhasmasat kurute tatha. Open that verse. Read the verse. What is the verse number? 37. 4.37. Read that verse. Vedatma. Samidhognir. Jnanagni sarvakarmanam bhasmasat kurute tatha. Just like in the fire, whatever you put will be burnt away to ashes in a blazing fire. Similarly, the fire of transcendental knowledge burns away all reactions. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam. Here karmanam refers to reactions of all the activities performed in the past. What happens? Bhasmasat. It is burnt away to ashes. So Krishna can burn away all sinful reactions of everyone. There is no need for the living entities to suffer the reactions. But what is the difficulty? Why is Krishna not doing that? Why are so many people suffering? Why Krishna is not doing it? He is merciful, no? So where is his mercy? Why is he not doing that? People go and pray, I want to end all suffering kindly. Even those who are praying also, Krishna is not freeing. What to speak of others who don't pray? Why Krishna is not doing? Sinful activities? That's the reason. The tendency for sinning is deep rooted within the heart, because of which the living entities don't give up sinful activities. After they are cleansed, again they perform sinful activity. Again they are cleansed, again they are performing sinful activity. This is described by Parikshit Maharaj in 6th canto as Kunjara Shauchavat. Kunjara means elephant. Shauchavat means cleansing. The elephant takes a bath, but no use. Why? It comes out of the huge reservoir of water where it has taken a nice bath and then puts dirt all over its body. So what do they use? After the bath, the very purpose of the bath is to cleanse the body. But after that comes and puts dirt. Again becomes dirty. Similarly, people when they are cleansed of sinful reactions, they again commit sin. And they become contaminated. So that's why till the tendency for sinful activities is completely removed from the heart, till then Krishna will not cleanse someone of all sinful reactions. And that is the principle of bhakti. Bhakti means cleansing the tendency for sinful activities from the heart of the conditioned soul, so that no more sin. And the old sinful reactions, Krishna says, Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. All the old sinful reactions, don't worry about that. Now you stop sinning. No more sinful activity. How is that possible? Give up all these materially motivated dharma, which is the very cause of these sinful activity. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja. In the name of dharma, we have got so many activities which are all meant simply for different ways of sense gratification. Right? In the name of dharma, they are killing animals. In the name of dharma. They give goat in sacrifice to Amman, chicken, because they want to eat chicken or goat. That's why they are offering. It's not an offering, a sacrifice for Kali. No. They want to eat. Therefore, such materially motivated dharma, Krishna says, all such materially motivated dharma, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja. That is bhakti. Bhakti means no more sinful tendency. That is completely cleansed. Only bhakti has the power to cleanse tendency for committing sin. Only bhakti has the power. This is explained very nicely in the 6th canto, 1st chapter of the Bhagavatam. The other processes can help to some extent to cleanse the sinful reactions, either small amount or some big amount even. But only bhakti can cleanse the sinful tendency. There is no other way to cleanse sinful tendency. Therefore, the religious principles are meant to cleanse one of all tendency for sinful activities. That's why one has to purify one's actions. Yajnarthat karmanaha. The purification happens by sacrifice to Vishnu. So that is described here, the 4 principles of religiosity: truth, austerity, mercy and cleanliness were manifest, and duties in the 4 social orders all became manifest. What are the duties of a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi? All that Brahma manifests so that people who are created human beings, they can purify their existence and achieve the ultimate goal of life. So that will be described in the next. Prabhupada says, those who traditionally follow these principles of real religion, they are called Aryans or progressive human beings. Prabhupada explains this in the Bhagavad Gita also. Krishna tells Arjuna, you have become Anarya. Anarya Jushtam Aswargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Which is this verse? 2.2. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupastitam Anarya Jushtam Aswargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Anarya. Arjuna is described as his decision not to fight is described as Anarya. It is not befitting somebody who knows the progressive values of life. What is Anarya? What for meaning? Persons who do not know the value of life. So, Aryans are those who know the progressive values of life. They follow the religious principles as described in the Vedic scriptures. So that is going to be explained in the next few verses. I'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.